Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sharon Gale, Assistant City Manager and Spokesperson here at the City of Miramar. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd like to recognize our Mayor, Mayor Wayne Messam, our Vice Mayor Maxwell Chambers, Commissioner Yvette Coburn, Commissioner Winston Barnes, and Commissioner Alexandra Davis. We also have here today our City Manager, Mr. Vernon Hargreaves, and our Deputy and Assistant City Managers, Major Jesse Manzano with the Community Services with the Florida National Guard, Ms. Melita Akiti, Vice President of Ambulatory and Community Services of Memorial Healthcare Systems Clinics, and Mr. Sharon Jones from the Florida House of Representatives. We'd also like to welcome the members of our media who have come to join us today. I'd like to say a big thank you to Colonel Ricardo Roy, and he's the commander of the 50th Regional Support Group of the Florida National Guard, for his support during this whole process. We are here to announce the opening of a new walk-up community-based testing site here at the Vernon E. Hargreaves Youth Enrichment Center. Now, this site is being set up for members of the community, especially those residents who live here in historic Miramar. When you hear from Mayor Messam, and you'll also hear from our elected officials, Mayor Messam will detail the details of the site, how the site will work, and what our community would need to know. So at this time, I'd like to introduce to you all Mayor Wayne Messam.
Thank you, Ms. Gale, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mayor Wayne Messam from this beautiful city that we call home, the City of Miramar. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon, as we are pleased to announce that we are standing right here in the City of Miramar's new walk-up testing site for COVID-19. We all know that there's no doubt that there needs to be more testing in our community so that we can know exactly who is potential carriers of the virus, as well as for those individuals who need to be able to put themselves in a position not to infect others. In the City of Miramar, we have a very diverse population, a very diverse community. And right here where we are located at the Vernon E. Hargreaves Youth Enrichment Center, it's located in the 33023 zip code. And we understand that some of our residents who reside in this zip code are economically challenged, not just from an economic standpoint, but from healthcare disparities and access to healthcare. And we've all seen the national reports in regards to the disproportionate impacts of COVID-19 on people of color. So to have this testing site in the heart of historic Miramar is a valuable asset to our community, and especially for those individuals who may be facing disparities in access to health care, as well as wanting to know what their status is without having the resources to understand their current status. So a little bit about how this walk-up testing site will work. The testing site will be open to the public daily, 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., starting tomorrow, Wednesday, May 20th. The site will have the ability to conduct up to 200 tests per day, and results will be available within 48 to 72 hours. Testing will be done on a first-come, first-served basis until the limit of 200 tests are conducted each day. The tests performed here will be free of charge, and we are accepting individuals who are symptomatic and asymptomatic, and it is free of charge. Individuals who are below the age of 18 are available to be tested as well, and must be accompanied by an adult. Minors under the age of 18 will have to present their birth certificate or proper documentation of guardianship, and residents will have to provide an approved ID with their current address. We want to ensure that we continue to protect our members of our public, so by increased testings will allow us to keep the virus under control. We recognize not everyone has access to a vehicle to go to the drive-through locations. So having a walk-up testing site is appropriate and desperately needed for those individuals who may not be able to have transportation to go to some of South Florida's drive-through testing sites. And we hope that the community will take advantage of this resource and this conveniently located site for the COVID-19 test. For those who test positive, we are proud to have partnered with Memorial Clinics who are equipped with staff and medical equipment needed to take care of you. The City of Miramar has a wonderful relationship with Memorial Health Systems now, and we have 3 Memorial primary care clinics located in the City of Miramar. In fact, with one just down the street at our multi-service center, because we understand that everyone who may be uninsured or underinsured, Memorial has always been there for the community to provide quality access, and you'll hear a little bit later regarding those resources. So at this time, I would like to invite everyone to come out and get tested beginning tomorrow. I invite everyone to come beginning tomorrow to start to get tested. If you've already been tested, there's no crime in getting tested again, because you were negative a month ago does not mean that you have not contracted this virus between the last time you've received your last test result. So please to make sure to share this valuable information with your friends, relatives, and neighbors. At this time, I would like to provide an opportunity for my colleagues from the Miramar City Commission to give brief remarks, and first starting with our Vice Mayor, Maxwell Chambers.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Today is a big step here in the City of Miramar, and I would like to thank the National Guard for partnering with us and all the medical personnel that will be working here to assist our resident with this testing site. And it's right here at the Youth Enrichment Center, 7000 Miramar Parkway. You know, with dealing with the COVID-19, it's a big issue right across the board, across the country. And Miramar here in South Florida is no different. We have to put every measures in place to make sure we can keep our residents safe and make sure we address every issue that they have. And one other thing I want to talk about is how we can protect ourselves. And what is most important is to build our immune system. So we want to encourage everyone to eat right.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Commissioner Yvette Colburn with the City of Miramar. And the safety of our residents is of utmost importance to us. And that is why during this COVID-19, it is so good that we have this center here where our residents can go and get tested. Fighting this disease, is it important to know who has it and who doesn't, so that we can control it in our community. So today is a very good day. It's great to know that our residents can walk up to this site and get tested. And thank you so much, State Representative Jones, who's here today, and everyone who came and participated and worked towards bringing this here to our city. Thank you.
I like to observe all protocols. It's just great to be here knowing that we have our first testing site here in the City of Miramar. And I'm really pleased to see that it is located in our historic neighborhoods. According to our data, the 330 does have the highest number of COVID incidents. And so it's very appropriate that this testing site is located in this region. Additionally, I'm really pleased to know that it's a walk-up testing site also for those who do not drive. They can come and get tested. And additionally, that it is for asymptomatic and symptomatic folks. So I'm really pleased that it's here. For those who are a bit shy at testing, I must let you know that I did test today. And it was a little uncomfortable, but I got through it. I'm looking forward to my results. I'm, of course, asymptomatic, so hopefully it comes back negative in another 24 to 48 hours. So please don't shy away from testing. You'll get through it. Hopefully in the near future we'll have antibody testing, because that's going to be very crucial, even if you don't have it, to know that you may have had it previously. So once again, we certainly appreciate the work from the National Guard. We certainly appreciate the work from our state representatives and from staff who are here today. Thank you.
As you all know, all of us who received our tests, just to set the example to the community that it's easy and it's convenient and you can do it too, so you can know your status. Before I call up our next speaker, our state representative, Sharon Jones, I would like to provide some history in terms of how we got this site, because that was a question that some folks had. How was Miramar able to get this walk-up testing site? It started almost 2 months ago, reaching out to the governor's office to talk about the prospects of having a site on the east side of our community. We have our two closest testing sites at City of Smith Park, which is pretty much on the western end, west of Flamingo, at C.B. Smith Park and Pembroke Pines, and to our south in Miami Gardens at Hard Rock Stadium. There was nothing really conveniently located in the east. And I reached out to the governor's office with an opportunity to do a walk-up actually a rapid drive-through testing site with the partnership of CVS Pharmacy with the 15-minute test. And after weeks and weeks of discussions and trying to get a testing site set up, I reached out to my good friend, State Representative Sharon Jones, who assisted as well as making additional phone calls and us having conversations with Jared Moskowitz, who is the director of the Florida Emergency Management Division, and received a phone call last week finally that instead of the CVS Pharmacy partnership in collaboration with the approval of the governor's office, the state of Florida stepped up to allocate testing kits to the city of Miramar, and here we are today with the ability to provide this valuable resource with the city of Miramar, our residents, and the surrounding community. I cannot be more pleased with the collaboration with the National Guard, our city staff that has worked tirelessly in a very short period of time, less than a week, to put this together. And now we have this site. So at this time, I would like to bring forward Florida State Representative Sharon Jones to give us some remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and first of all, thank you to Mayor Messam and to the entire Miramar Commission for the work that you all do on a daily basis here for the constituents of Miramar. To the governor's office and to Director Moskowitz, to Memorial Health, who's here, thank you all. And as you all know, that in order for a testing site to happen, it takes a partnership and it takes a collaboration with everyone to get this done. We all know that African Americans are disproportionately more affected by COVID-19 due to the underlying conditions that lie within our community. And to have a testing site here in historic Miramar is not only historic for it to happen, but it's also the step in the right direction of what we know that needs to happen here within the state of Florida as we prepare to open back up the state of Florida. We need more testing. We also are very clear that the state of Florida, it is important that we are putting forth accurate data. I don't know, many have probably listened to what has happened in the current days within the media when it comes to the state of Florida and the Department of Health and what is happening with our numbers. But my message to everyone is that in order for us to get to the place where we need to go, we cannot hide the data. We can't fire the individual who gets the data. We have to make sure that we're doing this safely. In each community in which testing sites are coming into, they deserve to know what is the right information, what is the right data as we're looking to open up the state of Florida again. And so I'm grateful for this collaborative effort. I'm grateful that we are working. It was good to work with you, Mayor Messam, and Director Moskowitz to get this site here today, but we can't stop here. We know we have to get more sites in order for us to ensure the safety of every Floridian, even here in Miramar and Hollandale and other areas in which are included within the areas of right here within the district. Right now, we know for a fact that this site allows for West Park, it allows for areas around the gardens, it allows for definitely those individuals who are in Miramar to come here, and so this is great that it's here. So thank you so much to the commission, thank you so much to the mayor for the work that you are doing, and I'm looking forward to us continuing working together. Thank you.
Thanks so much, State Representative Jones. And our final speaker that will come forward, last but definitely not least, it's one thing to be tested, but there's another thing to think about what your comprehensive health is. And I'm pleased to bring forward to us to give some remarks from Memorial Primary Medical Centers, the clinics that we have here in the city of Miramar, Melita Akiti, who is the CEO of that division of Memorial, who will be able to bring some remarks to talk about the wonderful programs and services and access to health care that Memorial Healthcare Systems brings to our community. Melita?
Thank you, Mayor, for allowing us to partner. Right, one of our clinics is located just 2 blocks from here, from the historical Miramar. This walk-up testing site is going to allow those that are positive to be able to get treatment at one of our facilities. Providing a safe environment is the goal of Memorial. These individuals can come up and, like how the mayor says, regardless of ability to pay. That's what makes Memorial the safety net of this community, a valuable partner. We have taken steps to ensure the safety, and I use the word again, the safety of each individual. We have seen too many deaths from this virus, but it's sad that we are seeing deaths of individuals that have opted not to go to the hospital because they are afraid of the virus. We cannot allow that to happen. Not only we have trained our staff, we have prepared our locations. We have an entire plan in action in order to safeguard every single one, every single person that comes into the Memorial's doors. You need to understand and you need to trust that we have a safe healthcare system. And we need to be able to carry the word out that it is safe for the individual that is having a stroke, having a heart attack to come in, because we can take care not only of you with those illnesses, but we also are equipped to take care of individuals that has the virus. We have set up systems where those individuals with the virus are isolated and are not in the regular mix with other patients. So please, take the word out. Come and be tested, because we have a health system that's going to take care of you.
Thank you so much to Memorial for your partnership with our city and ensuring that there is resourceful assets, treatment for those who may not necessarily have all of the resources to take care of themselves. And we appreciate you in the city of Miramar and our collaborative partnership. At this time, this concludes our press conference, and if there are any questions, we are all available for comment or answers. So thank you all so much for coming out, and we look forward to a successful start. This site will only be as successful as we communicate and market the availability, and we've just started our first step here today, and we look forward to seeing how we can maximize the capacity of this testing site on an ongoing basis. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless.